Welcome to Hot Topic, guys. I am your hostess with the mostest. My name is Evie.
And I'm Alana.
Today we are just here vibing out with everybody. First off, I would like to ask, how are you doing today, girly?
I'm doing good. I have a cute little vibe going for myself right now.
Oh yeah?
Um, I'm
Okay.
super laid back and chill today. I have been relaxing the whole day up until this point, so I have this like glam sweatpant look that
I
you
love
can't
it.
see at the moment,
I
but
love it.
I'm digging it.
Just the sound of it sounds freaking awesome. I love it. If you love it, I love it.
I love
Okay.
it. How
I
about
felt
you?
that. I can't even complain. I'm having a good day. It is pretty rainy out here today because, I'm in Seattle, Washington. So, hey, no shocker there. But, yeah, having a good day so far. So it's been pretty on a good note. We've been on a good note. Let's say that. We've been on a good note
That's
today. So,
awesome. I'm happy to hear that for
yes,
you.
yes, yes, definitely. So, today we're going to get into our whole dating life. Yay! You know how
Yes.
fun it is to date as adults or making friends as adults. It's just so much fun. But yeah, so
Yeah. I have to say, your tone of voice and the way that you introduced it is so appropriate for how I feel towards the situation that you're spot on. I'm sure it comes with some really, really high points, and I haven't had low
Mhm.
points, so I'll start there. But I feel the same way. It's been just like that tone.
Yes. So now,
Fun.
if you guys are not aware, we had a previous episode where we did create a dating profile for my incredible co-host here off of Hinge.
Mhm.
And we are excited to hear the outcome of it, what you've been going through, who you've been talking to, have you matched with anybody or met anybody, or, the whole shebang. So that's what we'll be discussing today.
Yes. And I guess I could take the lead on how this
Go ahead, girlie. The mic
transitions.
is all yours.
So I have been matching with people, and I've been really, really fortunate to have met, um, well, I haven't met anybody in person, so I should have started with that. I have
Okay.
not met anybody in person yet. I am very minimally talking to people. I find that if I don't take the initiative, the other person doesn't take the initiative. And I'm going to
Hmm.
be 100 with you. I'm not trying to take the initiative. I think that that might have some sexist undertones on my part that we'll explore together. But my expectation is that you're the man and that you are going to, I don't know, court me in some way. I feel like I was prepared as a child with a dad who was like, this is how you get treated. This is how a
Hmm.
man treats you, right? And so I just have not been seeing any of that treatment in even as much as conversations. And we're talking about preliminaries here. We're not even
Yikes.
talking about like on a date. So
Okay.
I can't even imagine what the dating field looks like as I continue this venture. It makes me question if I even want to continue this venture. Because if I don't reach out to these guys pulling at teeth to keep a conversation going, there
Yeah,
is no conversation. And if I'm the one dragging it, like I'm not with it.
that I understand. However, I know when it comes down to Hinge, the initial thing is when you're swiping or liking people's pictures or their quotes or whatever, they will see your like and then they can accept it and then they match. Now, I feel
Mhm.
like in those circumstances, yes, if I showed you that I liked your picture, and then you see that and you like it, you should be responding and starting the conversation off and showing that type of initiation. You know what I mean? Like by
Okay.
all means, 100% agree with that. And I agree too. Like I do feel a way about having to carry the conversation on my back. Like my gosh, I cannot
Mhm.
stand when I am here answering your question. I'll answer a question and then I'll follow up with a question so that way it can continue. But yet
Reciprocation.
you will just answer the question and not even follow up with another question. So I'm supposed to come up with the other question, like to continue to like, do people not know
No.
how conversations work? You know what I mean? And
You.
I understand the struggle because I swear to you, these people just be acting like we just supposed to carry this whole conversation on our backs, and it's just like that's not how it works, buddy.
No.
But have you matched with anybody you would say that you would like to meet in person at least, or
So I matched with one person that I actually took the conversation to phone call
okay.
and have been speaking to them pretty regularly, like every other day, every few days or something like that. Um, this guy happens to be an avid texter, which I
Okay.
realized that I'm transitioning as a person with my communication style because at one point I couldn't be bothered with a phone call, like that's doing
Hmm.
too much. And now I'm like, who has time to like,
Listen,
what do you got to
the
say? What's the deal? All right, we're
the
good.
average
Cool.
the average way of communication right now is usually texting. Like I would rather you shoot me a text than try and call me and have a conversation because I don't know what it has to do with whether it's just more so give me the time to process and come up with an answer or you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but when it comes down to it, my means of communicating is definitely text messages. Yeah.
Can I pause you for a second? Because
Absolutely.
I totally agree with you. But there are people that expect a response right away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get type iffy with you
Mm-hmm.
if you don't respond right away. So I love texting and I still do. But I find that with the conversations that I have had,
Yeah.
right? And it's not just with this individual either. It just so happens that his text messages are like books. And I'm like, all right, well, if you had that much to say, you should have just called,
Yeah.
right?
Th-
So
oh, oh my gosh.
that that's that.
That's another thing within itself. Like if you're going to send me an
Same.
essay, there's a
At that point,
95% chance I'm not reading it.
idiot.
Like,
And
no.
we did an episode on age and acronyms, right? And I found this out recently, too long to read, TLDR. And I was like, all right, that's one I can get behind
As
because
I said,
this
I
is
will
like,
support that 100%.
because these are like true on books. And I'm like,
Yes.
no. So
No.
for this individual, it's just easier to call and respond through a call instead of
Mm-hmm.
writing back. But in general, I find that people are very short with their expectations of how soon it should take to get back. I started talking to one guy through text message, and he eliminated himself out of the equation
Oh, wow.
because it had okay. In my defense, well, actually, I take that back. It's in my bad, I should say, that it takes me forever to respond to text messages. It
Uh-huh.
does. Like I'm not by my phone. I'm not that person. I could put it down and forget where I put it. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
paying attention to it like that. And so I'll text back somebody like hours later, being like, "My bad. I know it's a late response." You
Yeah.
know, but anybody who knows me knows that that's what they're getting. So
Yeah.
this person didn't realize that that's how I operate, and that's not good, bad, or indifferent. It just is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had a full out blowout fight with themselves about how I didn't respond in a timely manner. And no joke, I'm talking about like within an hour, they had accused me of being with somebody else of interest. And you're like, I don't even understand how
What?
that's on the radar because I just gave you my phone number. Like that isn't even
Whoa, 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 whoa,
acceptable
whoa,
in my mind to be
whoa.
able to accuse me of some as if I'm cheating on you
We
and
never
we're not
even met
even
in
talking.
person. Like you never even met this
Never.
person in person. Oh
Mm-mm,
no. Whoa, 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 whoa.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
Reel it back, buddy. Reel it back. We're
Even
gonna need you
Onyx
to
got
reel
in
it
on
back.
that one. Was like, what
We're gonna
is
need
up
you
with
to reel it
that?
back. Because no,
Yes,
absolutely not. No. That's crazy. And
yes.
you know what? I would rather people show their red flags in the beginning, anyways.
Same,
So that way, listen, we get it out the way or whatever the case is. And I
same.
understand that whole, it takes a while sometimes to text back simply because I normally do respond in my head. And when I respond in my head, I'm under the impression that I actually responded to the person and then I forget to physically respond. And then and then hours pass by and it's just like, oh crap. I never responded. So, I completely understand that. Sometimes it's not just the fact that I'm not near my phone. Sometimes I do see it and then I respond and then in my mind and I'm like, okay, everybody knows what's going on up here. Like,
Right.
how dare you not know that I responded up here? Like, what's going on? You want to be with me and you're not mind reading? The hell wrong with people?
That's
The
the
fuck?
superpower I would want if we could get
You know what I
superpowers.
mean? And if you don't have those superpowers, do not even look blank my way. Like, come correct or don't come at all. But don't have that expectation of me.
Yeah.
Do not have those expectations of me, please and thank you. Because I am no mind reader, but I need a mind reader. Yes.
I
Double entendre, double standards, double whatever the hell you want to call it.
I
Just
love
know.
that you went there with the conversation because I think if somebody had access to my brain and was like, "No, bitch, we
Like,
can't
yeah,
handle this."
we're not doing all that. Mm-mm. Like, at this point, bring it back. Bring it back. We gonna come back to reality now because now we're talking about me. Let's bring it back to reality, please and thank you. But no, like, I mean, I feel like as long ago as we've made that profile, I felt like you could have should have went on a few dates already. Like, it's really crazy that it's been a few weeks now and you have not even gone on a few days. Like, that's literally the hell that we're living in when it comes down to dating. Like, I find that preposterous. Like, what in the world? What one has to do in order to actually be able to go out on dates at this point, especially with these dating apps, especially Hinge. Hinge, I'm gonna get on you because your logo is it's meant to be deleted. The app that's meant to be deleted. My dog has not deleted it yet. What's going on? Because
Actually, I have, but not
but
for
not
the
on the
right
basis, not on
reasons.
the basis of actually meeting somebody though. You know what I mean? Like,
It didn't do its job. It
you
didn't.
feel me? Like, and that's
Um,
their whole logo. Their whole slogan is it's the app that's meant to be deleted because you will find your significant other. So, what's going on, Hinge? What's up with that? Like, no. Mm-mm.
I wanna blame Hinge. I do. But I'm gonna give the blame to the people who I was talking to, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way, because obviously that just wasn't meant to be. That's nothing bad.
Mm-hmm.
But for everybody who's listening, I really hope that the takeaway is that a conversation goes both ways. Like it really is reciprocated. It really takes being a part of it. I don't want it to be one-sided. And that's in
Mm-hmm.
any regard. Like
Mm-hmm.
all conversations that I enter into, if it's really short and it's like yes, no answers or how are
Mm-hmm.
you? Okay, I'm good. How are you? And then we can't get past how are you? That's
Mm-hmm.
just like, all right, cool. I can't blame Hinge for that because that happened with way too many people
Yeah.
on there, and I think that's a I don't know.
Yeah. See, and this is why I love our relationship simply because you always see a different perspective than me because I will blame Hinge. And the reason why I'm gonna blame Hinge is simply because, first of all they do is work algorithms. You know what I mean? You know,
It's
and if
true.
anything, you'll peep that sometimes they'll bring a profile to you and be like, "Oh, you're most compatible with this one, based off of data." You know what I mean?
I think they're right
So
when that they do.
but my thing is, if you're able to basically base data off of that and see who I'm most compatible with, then you should be able to see how I text back a lot. Or you can see those conversations and see that I'm the one that carries a whole bunch of so you should know that I
Yeah,
need somebody that matches my energy. That's what
we
makes
should,
us most compatible. So if you're bringing me these little motherfuckers over here that doesn't even respond in a timely manner or that doesn't basically initiate or continue on the
yeah.
conversation, that's on you. That's on your algorithm. That's on your data analysis and stuff. Like, we're not about to make it seem like, because
Well,
let's
now
be
that you
real.
say
Not,
it like that,
yeah, but because let's be real. Because not everybody across Hinge is going to be coming across to your profile. Like, you're not going to be seeing
right?
everybody. Hinge has a way, well, dating apps have a way of bringing certain profiles to your vision. You feel me? Like, to you.
Mm-hmm.
For you to see to swipe on. So, because they even have an option where they're like, well, you know what? Because I remember when I tried to delete my app one time, and they're like, before you delete it, do you want us to just refresh your page and
They
see
asked
like
me that.
bring more
Start over.
people? So if you know that, mhm,
Yeah.
if you know how to do that, that just goes to show me like, yeah, no, no. So I blame Hinge by all means necessary.
We'll
Because
go even further on that, Tal. I will, because there's something about it being oversight and like having eyes on every aspect of these things. So, like the way that data is transformed into information, not
Mm-hmm.
even the algorithm, but how the algorithm takes information
Mm-hmm.
and makes it into decisions is really interesting. I've been messing with AI even more so than I usually do
Oh
in different
boy.
programs. And the way that it's advanced would make you think that, like, listen, matchmaker, one-on-one personalized, like you should be telling me, like,
There should be
you
no
know what
excuse. There should be no
you
excuse.
know what it
Because,
makes me think of?
mm,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm listening. What it makes you think of.
So there are shows like what is it, Married at First Sight, that are like
Mm-hmm.
social experiments, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
like these professionals that come together that match you up for all these
Yeah.
various reasons. And not to throw it their way, but to say that AI does a, should have that shit on lock at this point. This is like a whole
No, it's
revolution
incredible.
of it
The
is.
technology that has been brought upon us through AI is beyond what my mind could even imagine because realistically, you can use AI or chat GBT and things in that nature to actually plan your whole life. Like it's able to assist you with things like that. So at this point in time, for you to be a digital app or whatever the case is that use
Yeah.
these systems or these formats to come together to put together all these type of apps that or developments that you guys are doing, there's no excuse. Like there should be more matches, more relationships being, created out of these
Yeah.
apps or whatever the case is. It should not be a thing. I feel like there's more people that are serial app daters than there is actual relationships that come out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I bet you right now, if I were to ask how many people out there that's just like me, because I'm one of them, that would be on the dating apps, swipe, 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 try to meet one or two people, then get bored of it, delete it. But then again, when I get bored, I re-download it and start all over again.
So I love that you said it like that. I raised my hand for a whole other reason, which is the fact that there was people that I seen on Hinge that I also had Bumble at the same time, right?
Mm.
And I would see them on Bumble too, and I'd match on both.
And that's another thing too. You will have dating apps, all the different platforms, and then see the same type of people. So at this point in time, so that means all of these systems are saying that I'm compatible with these people, and y'all keep matching me with the same people, and you want
People.
me to sit here and think that it's me? It's not me. It's y'all know what y'all doing. But I feel like they purposely do that though, because they want us to come back. They want us to continuously use their app because if we're matching up and having relationships,
That's
who's
true.
going to be around to download the app when they're bored and wants to meet people? Who's going to be
Hmm.
around? So I feel like just like how Apple or all these phone companies purposely be making your phone go slow just so you can get a new one. That's no different with these dating apps. They don't want
Oh
all of
yeah,
us to find love because if we find love,
that
how are
fucks
they
with
going to
their
make their money
pockets.
off of their
Yeah.
app? So, which is, listen, by all means, I respect the game. I
I
see ya.
don't. See,
I
I
see
love
ya.
you for your opposite opinions. No, I do not stand behind that
You know
Hinge.
what? Make your
Apple,
money.
all
Yes.
no,
Make your
no.
make your coins, baby, because hey, we got you have to make coins off of somebody's back when it comes down to living a life in America, okay? In this country, no matter what. Well, in the world, period. In order to make
Yeah.
a dollar, you have to make it off of somebody's back. So I'm not even mad at it. Go ahead and make your dollars. 'Cause make your dollars. But at the same time, we're gonna point out the obvious and we're not gonna be
Yeah.
delusional and make it seem like, oh well, it might be this and it might be that. No, we know it's you. You know better. Y'all know better. Hinge, do better. Cause you're the app that we used when we created my dog's profile. And
Yes.
look where she's at now. Single. Single like a Pringle. Like, and she got
Well,
back,
that is the
okay?
truth of it.
Baby got back, so there's no reason why she should not have somebody cuddled up with in this cold weather. Stop playing with my
Ain't
dog.
that the truth? This cold weather is depressing.
Stop playing with my dog. Like, Buy my dog a match. Anyway, we're gonna use this too. Hey, anybody in North Carolina area, you know what I mean? If y'all
Seriously.
single, like a Pringle, you know what I mean? And you see this beautiful young lady here that you would want an opportunity with, holla at us. We are on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Hell, we even have an email. Talk hot to us
To
at
us at
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
So hey, hit us up. Hit us up.
Please.
We trying to find somebody from a dog. Like, yes. We gonna get you there. We gonna get you right too, okay?
I love your spirit about it. You seem confident as a motherfucker. I'm being a little bit
Absolutely.
more realistic. I'm hoping we get some in our inbox to be like, okay, Alana, you got something to work with.
I'm a
But
Pisces, okay? And we live in La La Land and we love La La Land. However, at the end of the day, some of our La La Lands come to reality though. We gonna
yes,
speak
they
it
do.
into
Into
existence.
existence.
Okay, boom, shoot, there you go. Can't even be mad at it. We're gonna find you a boo thing.
I love that.
A winter boo thing. Cause it's just for the season. Oh, you know what we should do? Like I said, we should create you a boyfriend application.
That is a good idea.
I
I
think
would
our
love to
next
see what that would
episode,
even
we should
entail.
create a little boyfriend application. So on our next episode, we're gonna come up with a boyfriend application. We're gonna give you guys a link to it and everything. So that way y'all can submit your applications, so that we can actually go through them and see who's compatible. Who's
What kind of questions would you
compatible?
even think to put on that application, Evie?
Listen, hey, what we'll talk about AI, Chat GBT. Yeah, they could
We're
help
gonna
us out.
get it involved.
They can help us out. That's what AI and Chat GBT and all that stuff. That's what they're there for. They're gonna come up with
Point.
some beautiful, beautiful questions. Things that we couldn't even think of, like, oh crap, that is a good one.
It does that
Mhm.
to me all the time for the record.
Absolutely. When I
All
tell
the
you I
time.
love Chat GBT, it's to the point that I know when it comes down to it, you see how people will trip about somebody going through their phone in regards to like going through their message and stuff. I don't care about none. Somebody can go through my phone and look at my text message between me and my bestie, my sister, or whatever. I would hate for somebody to go through my damn Chat GBT history. If anybody would even take my phone and consider going through my little history to see the shit that I actually asked Chat GBT to do,
I don't know who you're gonna date in the future,
like at
but
this point in time, like I would really be heartbroken. I'm like, no, 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 we're not doing that. Okay? We're absolutely not doing that. So shit. Yeah. At the end of the day though, I feel like we should definitely create a application so
I
that
don't think you
way.
should have anybody that you're dating look at this podcast because they're gonna immediately go into your chat GBT like, I wonder what this chick was
And that's
talking
why that
about.
bitch will be locked. It'll be locked. It will be locked and locked down. Okay. We don't play those type of games around here. No, 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 no. No, no. But anywho's, I see we do have a few minutes left here. We have less than 10 minutes. We
Yes.
have about like 9 minutes left or whatever the case is. But
Mhm.
okay, when it comes down to it, the what what we would like to do is basically end each of our episodes with an inspirational quote. And my co-host here is the one that's going to provide us with some gems
I'm
each
ready
and
for
every
it.
week. Listen, the
Yes.
mic is all yours. Go ahead and drop some gems on us, my dear.
Okay, here we go. It says closure happens right after you accept that letting go and moving on is more important than projecting a fantasy of how the thing could have been. So let me read that again. Closure happens right after you accept that letting go and moving on is more important than projecting a fantasy of how the relationship or whatever it is that you're thinking of could have been. I
Yeah.
think this one's for us with Fantasyland in mind. And I say us because we're both Pisces, you guys, and we live in our own world. But I like this one because it really is. It's the projection of fantasy that makes it really hard to to move on from things. And we imagine, I guess it's our imagination that really runs wild with things. So I could share with you that I closed down Hinge and Bumble for the record.
Yeah.
I closed them both down because the idea of meeting somebody and this like cute little story of love and whatever just was
Mhm.
the fantasy of it. But in reality, it was not working for me.
Yeah.
It just is not. And I'm okay with saying that not interested in pursuing
Yeah.
that venture anymore.
And no, that quote really touched me. It's near and dear to me at this point in time because I completely understand it because there's a few relationships I had to end this year that will forever, have a toll on me. And one of the main things is always trying to find closure because, we always have them questions still like why or what could have been different, things in that nature. But yes, as you said, letting go is the closure. Because if we continuously try to find the answers to those questions, we will never really seek that closure. And I learned that with these relationships that I had to let go, the key point of being able to get to the closure part is just letting go. So that was beautifully said, and it did resonate really deep with me, especially just thinking
Excellent.
about 2024 has been one hell of a year, you know what I mean?
Right?
So like I'm
Yes,
saddened
it
by all the
has.
relationships that had to end this year. However, I
Hmm.
did learn that that closure is just being able to let go. So I appreciate that quote. I did really like that was one hell of a gem. Appreciate you. You
I
know.
actually really love the way you transformed that for me too, because originally I wasn't thinking of it in the same way as now
Hmm.
that you sparked this like closure of the year, if you will,
Yes.
and like
Right.
onto a new year, that type of
Perfect
framework.
timing.
Yeah, it
Perfect
is.
timing. Yes.
So
So
not just with
I appreciate
relationships, but
that.
with, yeah.
Yeah. Because even when I think about the relationships I'm speaking of like that did end, they were not just relationship like partner, like girlfriend, boyfriend type
Hmm.
of it was actual other relationship, friendships and even family members and so on and so forth. So it's been a lot. It's a lot. However, I really truly understand that closure does begin with you just letting go. Because the
For
more
real.
questions you have or seek, the more you're holding on. And
Hmm.
that closure will
Well
never
said.
happen. So I like
For
that.
me, it was things that happened this year, like
Hmm.
events that took place that really needed closure and negativity or bits of negativity that have happened that
Yeah.
need to be let go of. So
Okay.
relationships with my identity too and what I wanted
True, true,
out of
true.
out of life.
I can agree with that.
This one's really powerful.
Yeah.
I'm glad we
That
I'm
that's
glad we
that
spoke on it.
that literally is settled in and I processed it right away when you said it because it was just like, damn, that is so true. Because back then, if it was when it came down to it, that's what I assumed closure was getting those questions answered. But I soon learned that no, closure is not getting your questions answered. It's about you letting go. So you have to take that initiative to take
Mhm.
control of the situation and let it go. Because let it be, But no, at this point, I want to thank you for your positive quote of the day, and I
Of
want to thank
course.
you guys, of course, for joining us today
Yes.
and on our episode. But definitely join us again next week. We are on all platforms. You could reach out to us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and also our email is talkhottous@gmail.com. So feel free to reach out at any time. Anything else you would like to say before we end, co-host?
Nope, you covered everything
All righty.
excellently.
Well, thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys. We will see you next week. Toodles.